Hey there, retro electronics fan. This is Bob, and guess what came in the mail today? A new project that is actually something retro. Let's open her up. I have not looked at this before, obviously. It's well packaged, very nicely. I got this off on eBay. Something that I've been kind of looking for. Let me set you over here. I don't have my tall. Alright, I don't have my tall camera tripod. This is just filler, apparently. Very, very nicely packaged, though, for shock-proofing, because it is retro electronics here. He just sent me all of his scrap cardboard. Thanks, Ben. Okay. What this is, it is, well, the first clue is it's a TEAC. Anybody who knows 70s electronics gear. TEAC is famous for the quality tape recorders that it makes, and wow. Look at the condition. This thing's a beauty. Wow. Very nice. I've got to go through it. I already ordered a set of belts for it. Boy, there's only a little tiny bit of finish missing right here, like there was tape or something on it, or maybe where people were touching it. It has microphone inputs, which is why I got it. I'm going to be able to record my live shows on audio tape, so my camera breathes too much. I believe this was about 1975. This is a TEAC A170S. I don't know what the S is. I've seen a lot of A170s. I don't know what the S means. I'm going to plug it in. I know I probably shouldn't. But there's like no power tubes or anything in it. She's a beaut, Clark. All right. Dolby on. See if Dolby goes off. Yep. It's record on. I think if you hit pause and then hit record and play, there's no tape in there, so it won't. The VU meters seem to be stuck. So there we are. I've got to Well, the take-up reel seems to be going around just fine. I guess just for giggles I should try putting the tape in it. It's very cold right now. I'm going to wait for it to warm up to room temperature. Hey, here's future Bob. I'm just going to add this little addendum. The coming video, of course, is about this TEAC 170S cassette recorder. 1975 vintage. And you will see me do the belts, cleaning, and tune-up on this. This is not 100% successful because at the end I end up with some weird frequency oscillation, low frequency oscillation sometimes during playback. But once it starts oscillating, it's stuck. So I do not fix that in this video, but I go through all the mechanical stuff and the cleaning and the testing. The audio playback seems to work fine until it oscillates. So I just wanted to let you guys know. And I wanted you also to know that I got the belts from a company called West Coast Belts, and it's westcoastbelts.com. And there's their phone number, 559-907-3224. And they fit perfectly. They shipped them pretty quick, within a week, so I was able to rebelt this. They're still available. I think these belt people supply belts for all sorts of things. Alright, so what I need to do is next video, I'm going to recap the whole thing. But I've got to go through the parts list, and I got to open this up so I can see what kind of caps are in there, whether there are axial or radials. And I've got the parts list that gives all the values. And I think I'm just going to order every electrolytic cap and replace it. I'm going to check everything I can. They're cheap enough, I think, you know, if I can do it for less than 50 bucks, I'm just going to recap the whole thing. All right, on to the video. All right, friends and fans of Bob's Retro Electronic Workshop. That's a mouthful, you know. All right, so here we are. I promised you this coming up soon. Some real retro electronics. This is a 1975 TEAC A 170S cassette recorder. Of course, it's got stereo, it's got Dolby. It's got different equalizer settings. It's got a cassette in there that I was going to test it. I did try to test it up there, plugged into my stereo, and playback works. Although it's you know, it just, so obviously the belts are shot. Well, future proofing, I already ordered a set. I knew it would need them, being that old. So, the first thing we need to do is turn this dude over, turn him upside down, and take the base off and get a look at what's on the inside and clean it up. I have seen the insides on videos. We'll turn this one on too. And maybe we'll work from above again. What do you think? Alright. So I'm going to leave you guys up here for now. And we're going to start taking this guy apart. I'm going to move my helping hands a little bit. It's good to have some carpet on your workbench if you're working on retro stereo stuff. I've already seen this. These 6 screws come out and the bottom comes right off and you can see all the guts. It's really very handy. Of course, this is the good old days when they made case cabinets out of wood. Six screws on the bottom. And then I think we need to take some more off the top to get access to the rest of the circuit board. Now this guy looks like he's reversible, so I can put the back side of this. If you look at the front side of this, there's some wear by the buttons. The holes look perfectly symmetrical in this, so I can turn it around and the front is perfect again. All right. Score, as they say. All right. So, oh no, is that a death cap? Is this grounded? No, this is not grounded. This really should have a grounded cord on it. There's the main belt. And there's no rubber tires on these rollers, so it's all just a belt to rubber. And there's this belt. This belt is extremely loose. So I think, which I know I do, I've got to take these 3 screws out. They've got a little bit of, you know, we used to call it nail polish. It's stuff to keep it from vibrating loose. It's not really Loctite. And then they just put it on the top so it's not on the threads, it's just on the head of the bolt or the screw. Of course, this is going to need some lube. It actually has some Teflon stuff. Now see how that goes on there this way? And that's pretty simple. Now I got to remember it goes around this way. And the other one just goes around this. And that's a bronze bearing, which might need just a drop of lubricant. Everything looks really nice and clean in here. Well, this is the tensioner. Actually, what I like to use is I've got some Teflon, actually gun lubricant. I'm going to stick some I'm just going to clean these surfaces of the belts with some alcohol. So we'll move this guy back. We'll work right here. I'm just going to clean those treads and stuff to make sure they don't have any gunk or grease on them. Right. Oh, righty then. So I'm cleaning the belt surfaces, and I don't see any buildup at all. And this is 91% alcohol. I couldn't find anything stronger. And what else do we need to clean? The surface of I got to keep these two separate. And the motor spindle. I don't see any gunk on there at all. There's a little groove in this thing. I don't know what this is for. Rewind maybe? A lot of old caps on this thing, but I'm not going to fix it if it ain't broke. This is noise reduction for the preamps and stuff, so I'm going to leave that in there. The other problem I have is the VU meters are acting up too. I'm trying to decide whether I should. I see a lot of little moving arms and stuff in here. I'm going to go get that Teflon gun oil, and I'm just going to touch it here and there. There's a little bit of slider here. Could use a little grease probably. I do have some lithium gun grease kind of stuff. You know, the problem with adding oil is you add something that attracts dirt. It's tacky. So cleaner is sometimes better. All right, I'm going to go get some oil and grease. All right. I'm trying to decide whether I want grease or oil. I got a little eyedropper oiler. I can't really get that off, but that's just like a ball bearing. I'm going to put a little grease . Surfaces that slide. It's not super thin oil, but it'll work its way down in there eventually. Get some contact surfaces in here. That's all I see that moves there. And that's a big switch, mechanical switch right here that goes back and forth with the levers as they change in and out. I didn't want any oil on that, that's for sure. And this has like a little O-ring groove in this flywheel. So I am going to just touch this oil on that rod. Do that, look at how nice that flywheel is. All right. So first, this O-ring belt, which is a square belt, was very loose. So I gotta find out which one is which. Looks like the longer one goes in the bottom. I'm going to call this one for the top. Oops. Yeah, that's nice and tight. I don't think the other one goes on there. Now the next one works his way in behind. And that's tough. I gotta get him up tight to the bottom of this. Up on that shelf, you know. And then around. And then around. He will equalize himself. Yep. Okay, now he's centering himself. All right. And it has to go around the back side of this, not over the front side. Otherwise, it'll rewind backwards. Huh. And now the only other belt I see is for the counter, and that's extremely loose. And to get to that guy, we need to continue disassembly. Disassemble. I need a longer screwdriver though, because that one don't like to fit down in there. So one of you guys got any comments? Please comment. I have plans to gotta find a good Phillips. Do some work on that Commodore disk drive again. Okay, it's I think there's 6 of these. Luckily my screwdriver is magnetic. So this is just going to take the plastic top cover off. See, I want this so I can do some recording. I'm a musician myself, and I want to be able to do some recording. And my camera does what they call breathing. The volume goes up and down a lot when you're trying to record because of the volume of the music. So the overall volume of your recording goes up and down like a... Now does this guy come out? No. Let's see. I see one more screw down here. I can just get in there. Now let's see. Come on, baby. Yep. Are there knobs on the top I need to remove? I probably do. I gotta put that cover back on. I'm gonna put a little drop of oil in this grease. So that it will hold that in there. Hold that in there. And there's 3 of those little fine screws. It's always good to put your stuff back as you go, I think. This can't go any other way. No, it cannot. That has to be the way it goes. I forgot already. I'm old. My furnace is going to start, so you'll hear a little bit of rumbling. Cold up here in New York still. Same thing goes for machine screws. Back them up a little bit. Luckily my screwdriver is slightly magnetic. Don't strip your damn screws. I don't have a really good screwdriver for that, unfortunately. Maybe I do. Something that bites better. I need JIS, which is out in the garage. The problem is the points of these are so pointed. That's all right. I got it good with that one. All right. Are you bored yet? I don't know what I should do with this. They call these death capacitors. They short out to ground. Of course, they're not the ground, they're across the power line, so never mind. I guess that's all right. What a nicely built machine this is, though. All right, so now I need to take the sliders off. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Turn the knobs up straight. Off she comes. She's a beaut, Clark. Now here's what I'm trying to change. There's some more oil points up here. Because this whole thing slides. What a nice machine. I see a little bit of like corrosion on here, but I'm not going to deal with any of this. Definitely want to keep oil away from your heads. Any little parts that look like they rub together, I'm not going to do anything with the reels. Okay. The tires look perfect on the things, and now those only run when you're rewinding and stuff anyway. Alright, just a touch, a tiniest amount. I'm waiting for slider cleaner to come. I have contact cleaner, I don't have slider cleaner yet. And the view meters are stuck. And sometimes they just need to be loosened. Yeah, they're too tight. So I've got to pry them apart, and they should be just taped. And there's some tiny screws in the pivot points. I've seen other guys do that, so we'll get to doing that. Let me change this one belt. Yeah, look at it. It's totally worn out. And there's the new one. And you can tell they're old when looks like I've got to remove this counter to get the belt onto it, because it's obviously on a shaft. Yes, and I can't get through to it from the bottom. So again, this is a TEAC A170S. I don't know what the S is because there's a 170. Plain 170 without an S, S-less, and there you go. This guy went right around that. Oh yeah, look at how much tighter that is. Actually, my furnace is extremely quiet, so thank goodness for that. Luckily, my screwdriver here is magnetic. I actually have nail polish. Maybe I'll put a little nail polish on this. I've also got blue Loctite. I'm going to be really interested. I'm not going to Loctite them. I don't think there's any problems with that. Okay, belts are changed. Some of the stuff I'm lubing may or may not need lubing, but I'm lubing anyway. Just one drop. Just to touch. It'll wick its way in. Oh, the wicked way. That just flops your cassette out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I really want to make some good. Oh, there's a place that moves right there. That's too much. I got to clean up some of my oil in here now. Don't want it anywhere near the heads. I don't know what that black stuff is. It might be like graphite lubricant, so I'm not going to clean it all up. I'm thinking it's graphite. Oh, the resetter works. I'm going to put a little oil on the worm gear and on the shaft. Okay. Now we really need to work on these VU meters. And yep, they just have like Scotch tape around them, so for some reason I've seen many of these on different stereos. People demonstrate that definitely there's a little tiny whiny little screw in the middle. Look at how nasty that needle looks. It's just disintegrated, but I can't really do anything about it. Although I have repainted them in the past. Not them, but let me see here. I've got let me get my OptiVisor on here. Are you still with me? Okay, so I'm going to carefully make sure the plastic isn't hitting it either. I need some lacquer thinner. I don't know if alcohol will do it. I need to melt that. I don't think I've got any nail polish remover. Although this seems to be dissolving it. Yes, it is. Alcohol will do this. So remember this, you got meters that are sticky. This dang little screw. And a super tiny jeweler's screwdriver. Come on, baby. Boy, it's tight. I'm going to keep soaking it. This must have some of this solvent down in the threads. So, or I mean, you know, sealant. dare get too aggressive with it, because I'll be stripping it. Alright, I'm going to try this. One more time. Can I get this guy to hold so I can twist? Yeah, they're brass. So I'm going to try heating it. And I'm just going to touch my soldering iron just below it, because I definitely don't want to deform that. I'm going to go get my other small screwdriver set. Oh, thank goodness. I just came in with a little bit larger screwdriver that I have. And it works. And that holds the front down. So I've got to go get some Scotch tape. And we're going to work on the other one too. Alright, I'm back, and I got to adjust you just a little bit. Alright, I guess that's as good as I can get you. So I've got myself some Scotch tape. Now this part of the meter that is like blanked out does not show. So, and this holds that frame stuff in place. And I think I'm just gonna, yeah, there's one down. I'm just gonna take a piece on each side. Alright. That's all it needs. And that'll be fine, because they sit right there and the face holds them in. So this guy has the same problem, and this guy, I think I'm just going to slit the tape. There we go. And he's also stuck, see? But as I said, it's a good thing I saw that one person in the article do that. And they just, he used acetone, but the alcohol is working fine. I mean, if I get real picky, I could, I got paint, red paint that I painted the needles in my Mustang speedometer with. need to get the stuff that's right down in the threads. That's why I think letting it soak a little while actually helped. Because you do not want to bend those. You don't want to deform that screw head or you'll never get it loose. Alright, well, let's see what we can do with this guy. I'm going to just take this lid off here for a second. There we go. Get yourself a good set of screwdrivers. So you don't want to turn. Oh! Must have turned it a little bit. Perfect. All right, that's all you got to do, guys. Stuck VU meters. Now, if I was a real man, I get lots of slack on this one. I'm so excited because I've been wanting this cassette deck like this for a long time. Okay, I'm going to zoom you back out. And I'm just going to take a piece of tape on both sides. Wrap that one on there. That's all that was holding them together to begin with. Cellophane tape. Fold these parts under, and we're all set. I got to clean the heads, and clean the rollers, and clean the cap stands. So we're going to do that. As I said, that graphite stuff I think is normal. Oh, there's a little skid spot, see? I didn't put any grease on this. I didn't really want to. I don't know what the speckles are. Is that rust? There's a lot of crap down around the heads, but it doesn't seem to be loose. It's probably oxides from the tape itself. So I'm going to get a very clean Q-tip here. I don't really see, pardon me, a race head over here. I don't really see anything. The cap stand roller right here is what controls your speed. I'm going to clean the surface of that. sure you don't leave any. That lines up the... Yeah, I don't want to get any oil near that capstan. Because that's what drives the tape. I think we're looking extremely good. There's a cat hair or something. My hair. No, that's really long. It must be my granddaughter. How the hell did I drag that down here? I don't know. All right. I don't really have any switch contacts to worry about, like in a... I'm not going to put a grounded cable on it right now. Stop start. I think we're good to go here, guys. Shall we just reassemble it for now? I want to kind of drop this cover on and see how it's going to fit and get those VU meters put in there correctly. Of course, I could clean the top all up too. It really needs... There's really not much I can do to it though, because it's got a little bit of chalkiness on it, like the clear coat is like dirty or flaking a little bit. Oh, that's all there's to the VU meters. All right. JIS screwdrivers in here. So there you go, folks. Bias normal. Input is line. Dolby is out for right now. Now these knobs were on here weird. I don't think they were on here right. I think they go on this way. Isn't that weird? Why is that? Oh, I missed. Somebody had the sliders on here upside down. Slider knobs. There we go. Input for the mics. No, that's output. That's record. I'm not going to mess with that yet because, as I said, I need to get my fader cleaner here, which is on the way, and I'm so glad to see this pause, stop, eject, 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 eject. It needs a little cleanup around here. Let's do that right now. Do a little bit of alky on this. In the cracks. Just getting the human crud out of the cracks. Ew. Skin cells. I don't even want to know. Don't talk to me about it. This is like detailing a car, you know. You try to get the little cracks and crevices clean. And that's just wear from the plastic lid coming down. Otherwise, she looks really, really clean. Get my view meters back in the right holes. There we go. But she's in really fine shape. She lights up nice. I don't have anything down here I can test play it with, so I got to take you upstairs. So let's do that now. All right, we're back at the stereo now. And let's see the power amp. We'll just turn that up a little bit. Power amp is on. View meters clicked, jumped. Let's see if it rewinds. Look at that. It wouldn't do this before. Fast forward. Yep. Rewind. Okay. Play. It's going to be loud. Seems like. A little white noise. I don't know what that was about. That might be the tape. Let's zoom past that spot. Might be just the tape jamming up. I see a lump in the tape. This is the one I tried to play it with when I first got it, and it was like really bad and hardly moving. So, uh-oh. It's kind of wavery. That's not right. So I've got some work to do. Let's try a different tape. Well, I'm going to put it on the other side. Okay, see it? See, it's the tape. I'll probably get a... Oh, it's doing it again. Alright, well, it ain't fixed, but it's different. I gotta work on that. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I got the view meters working, I got the tape moving. I've made a lot of accomplishments. Maybe there's just some oil or something in there, I don't know, maybe I need to take it apart again. Alright guys, that's it for now. Alright guys, I put a different tape in there, I better turn it down. It's just the tape. That other tape was jamming up on me. This one's playing perfectly fine. So the tape is fixed. My VU meters, of course, you can see the left. And you can see the right. Alright, well I can't play copyrighted music. So, there you go. I'm gonna have to cut the other one short. Remember, it was making all kinds of weird noises. I guess it didn't like Kenny Rogers. I don't know. I think she's fixed. Now I want to check the record. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we're back here and we're trying to get this tape deck. I think all the problem with it is it oscillates. I'm going to try to get it to do that. Don't listen to the music now because it's copyright, you know. Sometimes it starts. I'm going to have to play some music over the top of this so you can't hear this. So it's working fine now, but what happens, sometimes it starts oscillating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep clean the sliders. And to clean the sliders, I got good old fader deoxit F5. It's expensive crap. Now what was happening is it was just making a sound like a helicopter. Just brrrr, and the VU meters were jumping way up. So I'm going to spray some in there. Spray some in there. Let's get these two also. Alright, we're just going to exercise everything. Unfortunately, I don't have any music that's not copyrighted. Let me try this old tape of my dad's. Now these tapes, you gotta realize, are 40, 50 or more years old. My dad liked old country music. I think it's fine. I think it's fixed. And now I need to try the recording. Okay. I'm not trying to promote anything with the music. I'm trying to promote something with the tape. And I'm going to record over that tape because I don't care about it. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me see if I can set you up here somehow. I really can't. I'm going to put these microphones in. I've got some really nice Sony microphones here. I used to have a pair of these when I was teenager, and they worked great. And let me see. I had to put adapters because those are 1/4 inch. Okay, I think there's like F98s or what these are. It says Sony cardioid microphone. I don't remember what the specific models are. But they came with Sony tape recorders. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you on pause, I'm going to put you on play and record. Okay, so now we are in the record mode. Now I can set the sliders up. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, the input has to be mic. Hello, 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 hello. See, I'm not getting anything. There. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe that switch is dirty. Hello, hello, hello. Dolby out. Check, check. Okay, so the right one works. See the VU meter? Now the left one's working. Okay, Okay. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. So I'm gonna try too much. I'm gonna try a voice recording here and see if I can get it. Chuk, 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 chuk. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check left, 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 right, right, right. Left, 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 right, right, right. Hello, this is Bob. They're not bouncing very well. Now those are pegging. So that one's got plenty of VU there. Okay, okay. Check, check. 1 2. Left, left, left. Left, 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 left. Maybe it's this microphone cable or this adapter. See, these adapters could be crap too. There we go. Listen. So that's all I'm getting for recording. So there's something going on here. It might be just that damn tape. Yeah. So now playback is oscillating. And I'm well beyond the point that I recorded, I think. So I don't know what's going on. It's oscillating. I don't think that the tape makes any difference. Yes, it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. All right. Needs work.